So if you still work in a corporate job, best believe that your organization, your corporation, they really want you, or they really bank on your financial illiteracy. Like, they don't want you to be financially literate. So let's react to this video right now.
I just deposited my 401k. I deposited my 401k because I took it all out so that I could pay off my credit cards. I was drowning in credit card debt because
you emptied out your 401k to pay out your... Damn, that's dumb.
I had lost my job when I was traveling Europe. So I had to put everything on my credit cards. I was paying like $1,300 a month in credit card debt.
This truck was one of the worst financial decisions of my life. At the time, I purchased it for around $125,000. I put down around $50,000 and my payment came out to around $1,375 per month. Currently, I still owe around $69,000.
Jesus.
Financial literacy
That's crazy.
in the US has steadily declined over the last 10 years, with people failing to answer questions about borrowing and earning money. Questions as simple as, what is a loan?
Did you have a loan on the car?
No, ma'am.
So you had no loan?
No, ma'am.
The car cost $1,700.
That was the down payment. The whole price, it was like $7,000.
So there was a loan.
How do you say there's no loan on the car and then you end up saying $1,700 is a down payment? The freak, that's what... Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus.
Loan.
They financed it.
Well, that's a loan.
Still a loan. Einstein.
A down payment and the rest you took out as a loan. It was finance. You had to pay it back.
Yes, ma'am.
The finance company gave you a loan.
Nobody gave me a loan because it was car payments on it. So only money that was given was the $1,700.
Now,
Nah, she's trolling. She can't be real. She's definitely trolling.
people in the audience laughed at her, but every year the TIA Institute does a financial literacy survey, and this year Americans answered only 47% of questions correctly on average, a statistically significant decline from the prior year and the lowest result in the survey's 10-year history. And the group that scored the lowest was Gen Z, answering only 38% of questions correctly on average.
How am I not surprised? How am I not surprised?
Let's break down my monthly payments on my 2026 G80 M3 competition. I have the carbon buckets,
If you're not earning over $200,000 a year, maybe let's say upwards of $200,000, there's no reason why you should be getting any brand of car, the 2026 model. There's no reason at all why you should be getting a 2026 model of any brand of car.
Let's break down my monthly payments on my 2026 G80 M3 competition. I have the carbon buckets, the carbon interior package, extended leather, and of course X-Drive. So with that being said, the MSRP on this car was just about $100K flat. I traded in my 2022 Chevy Silverado RST and I got $12,000 in equity, so that went right into the down payment for the M3. I financed it through BMW at a 6.7 APR for 72 months. Now with that being said, I also do not plan on keeping it financed through BMW. I'm going to refinance it through a credit union with a lower APR. My total monthly payment is $1,500, and if I didn't put anything down, it would probably be roughly around $2,200. That's my monthly payment on my G80 M3.
You know these dealerships love to see young people pull up. We can go straight to the comments. $1,500 for 72 months at 6.7%, open the schools back up. $1,500 a month as a mortgage. That's $120,000 for a car, which value depreciated to $75,000 as soon as you drive off the lot. Pay for Ramsey right now. These comments go on, people roasting her for her bad financial decision, but
that's a terrible financial decision. You don't need a 2026 car, I promise you. You're not missing out on anything great. Seriously, you're not missing on anything great. You don't need it.
That's the thing. A young person not knowing any better, financing an overpriced car to flex on TikTok, now that's the dream customer. And it's not just car payments. People are so comfortable with debt now, they post it as content.
I owe Klarna $2,688.90. I have to pay $369 within 7 days, but I'm gonna pay that off probably tomorrow. Hold on, it get worse. I still owe $1,294.74 for the month of July. Oh my goodness. I done got money orders, I done got gift cards, I done got clothes from City Trends, I done paid for hotel room. I'm not finna ask Keisha for $100 so she can tell my business to any and everybody. If I need to...
You're literally telling your business to everybody. You might as well just go meet Keisha. The freak?
Depending on something, it's gonna be these motherfucking apps.
Her justification for using Klarna is so that she doesn't have to borrow money from a friend and tell them her business, yet here she is telling all of us her business. This only serves to normalize debt. It's okay, girl. The government is trillions in debt. I owe $200 on my credit card and $1,960 to Affirm. It's yours to spend, friend. Just keep a good balance so that it doesn't stress you out. Klarna has done some crazy marketing to make people believe that they're not a credit card company because what do you mean it's yours to spend? It's not your money, you're borrowing it. And of course, people bring up the national debt, which, if you don't know, just hit an all-time high of $39 trillion. And I'm not disagreeing that it's hypocritical for the governments to be trillions in debt, but the difference is these corporations will get their money.
I was supposed to have a court date today. Yeah, I ignored a debt collector and they sent it to a law firm to sue me. And yeah, I got sued by a debt collector. And I thought the chances of that happening were like slim to none. Like, it was only $1,000. Do they really want to like have to go after me for $1,000? Like, what is that? No, they did. Yeah, they sent the constable to my house with the papers saying that I need to sort this out.
Just this week, I got extra hours, which made me become a full-time worker here, 32 hours compared to the 12 hours that I was getting. As soon as I accepted the new hours, y'all, I got a notification that I was going to get garnished out of my check. I realized that it is Capital One, and they claiming $6,275.
But despite all of this, the debt keeps growing. Credit card debt now sits at a staggering $1.25 trillion, and roughly 13% of those balances were at least...
As someone who's Nigerian, someone who's, obviously a black person, seeing what the Nigerian government is currently doing with raising the prices of everything and then giving us loan, a lot of us are going to fall into things like this. We Nigerians, I can't speak for every other nation, we have an upbringing of paying for everything cash. If you can't afford it, then we're not getting it. You feel me? We have that strict mentality. If we can't afford it, we are not getting it. So everything we buy, we own. You feel me? I think you guys in the Western world and America, you guys have been so used to being in debt. You can get something and then pay it off gradually. And now it has even gone past that. Now you guys don't even own anything. Like, tell me, why am I paying for Spotify music that I'm going to listen to that I can't listen to when I want to listen to? When the subscription is ended, I can't listen to it. I don't have a Spotify. And I don't think I'm ever going to have a Spotify for that particular reason. How will I pay for songs, download it, but I can't listen to it when I want to listen to it after the subscription ends? Doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. But yeah, maybe that's me.
At 90 days delinquent in the first quarter of 2026, which is sobering when you consider that many people don't even understand how interest works.
We paid $9,286.32. We only have $952 of our actual mortgage paid off. $6,000 of that, $6,423.23 has gone to interest, and $1,911 has gone to taxes and insurance.
$6,000 to interest?
$6,000 to interest.
People are financing boats, cars, houses, not understanding that their loan has interest and that interest is paid back to the bank first. And this tracks out with the survey. Only 40% of people correctly answered a question about an interest rate that compounded annually. And now we're seeing the consequences. Young Americans who bought when house prices were at their peak. When you bought a house in your early 20s, but it ended up being your worst financial decision, and now you're 24 and can't leave because the equity is giving negative. So she's under the impression that after only owning her home for 3 years, it should have substantially increased in value. And that may have happened during the pandemic, but we're actually seeing home prices go down. Going to the comments, we see more of this financial situation she's in. The interest rate on her loan is 7%. The house is now worth $30,000 less than what she paid. And we also learned she bought at the high end of her budget, not realizing her payments would increase $600 within 2 years. Based on this post, I don't think she can afford her mortgage anymore, but she also can't afford to sell the house. And she's not alone. Many people are financing houses not understanding that the mortgage is not fixed. It can and does increase.
My wife and I bought our house end of 2024, so we've been here for almost a year and a half. And this has been basically our mortgage payment every month, $37.41.72. Our property taxes recently went up, exactly what it was, but yeah, that's our new amount right there.
Dang.
$45.36. So we went up $750 per month, over $7,000 a year more. But yeah, this is how people aren't able to stay in their houses forever and lose their houses. Crazy.
The cost of everything keeps increasing, and home ownership is no exception. U.S. home insurance rates have increased a cumulative 46.8% from 2020 to 2025, and property taxes are up 30% nationally since 2019. So how is a first-time homebuyer supposed to realistically budget when the cost of home ownership jumps 30-40% in a 5-year span? People love to say, just budget better, but budgeting requires knowing what's coming, and nobody teaches you what's coming.
Do you know how to do your taxes?
No.
Do you know how to build credit? Do you know what a 401k is?
Absolutely not.
Do you know how to mail a check?
Not a clue.
Do you know how to balance a checkbook?
Nope.
Do you know what a mortgage is?
No.
Do you know what the powerhouse of the cell is?
The mitochondria.
What's the Pythagorean theorem?
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Do you know what moon phase this is?
Waxing crescent.
Do you know the underlying theme for Of Mice and Men?
The impossibility of the American dream.
Who benefits from a financially illiterate population?
The organization.
We can look at the comments. They strictly teach us how to work, not live, teaching us anything but to survive. That comment has almost 1 million likes. I'd argue that parents should be teaching their kids something also. And I agree with this comment. It shouldn't be school or parents. Kids need both. School gives you the mechanics and parents give you real life examples. But what happens if you have parents like this?
I signed up to be a parent, not a part-time unpaid teacher.
Do not piss me off. What do you mean you did not sign up to be a part-time unpaid teacher? The day that you signed up to have a child is the day that you signed up to be an unpaid teacher. What do you think parenting is? The problem with kids nowadays and why they're so disrespectful and so uneducated is because of parents like this.
Yeah.
In order to keep my sanity, I have to tell myself that this is rage bait, because what do you mean a parent isn't a teacher? Kids today can't read, they can't do math, and we wonder why. This is why.
Especially the reading thing. I can say for Nigeria, at least, other than the fact that a lot of children are disrespectful, they can read. But in the US, it's far gone. You all are disrespectful and still can't read. There's a guy who's famous on TikTok, goes around handing out notes and telling people to read what's on the notes. And 9 out of 10 of the people he meets can't read what's on the notes. Crazy. Crazy. Oh.
These children will grow up to be illiterate adults and become the big bank's favorite customers. So if school doesn't teach you and your parents won't teach you, what's left? Signing your life away to a student loan before your frontal lobe has even developed.
I owe a mortgage amount of student loans. I borrowed $96,000. I have paid $165,356.46, and I still owe $220,810.73. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. I am a PA, and I make good money. I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, that good money is still not enough to pay this, right?
Student loan companies have been lobbying. The fancy word for bribing are politicians, the people who are supposed to be serving our best interests. Instead, they let these companies prey on people at the fresh age of 18. I've paid $250,000. My original loan amount was $302,000. I currently owe $408,000. Wait, my daughter and myself, because I co-signed, have a Mohila loan for $5,000. Do I need to be worried?
Yes.
This comment is the crux of this video. Yes, the school system fails to teach financial literacy, but people are also failing themselves. A single search online reveals multiple class action lawsuits against Mohila. And sadly, this is the mother. If she doesn't know, then the daughter definitely doesn't. There's a lot of concerning data in the survey, but the stat I keep coming back to is comprehending financial risk. It's the weakest area of all. Only 36% of risk-related questions were answered correctly, and more concerning than the number itself, the survey identifies risk as the one area where performance is consistently low across all generations, showing little improvement with age. Meaning, if someone doesn't understand compound interest, it doesn't improve as they age, which means it's a lifetime of corporations taking advantage of them. School should have taught us this, but two things can be true at once. School failed us, and by not learning, we are failing ourselves. The difference is one of those we can actually fix.
Explaining finance words like you have brain damage. Cookie cost $1 yesterday, cookie cost $2 today. Same cookie, money buy less cookie now. Inflation. You say, give me money now, I pay back later. APR is the extra money you owe for saying later. Big number bad, small number good. You give company $1, now you own a tiny part of company. Company does good, your tiny part worth more. Company does bad, your tiny part worth less. Your piece is very, very small though. Like a crumb. You want to borrow my toy truck? I say, okay, but leave your teddy bear here. So I know you're going to give me my toy truck back. The teddy is collateral. If you don't give me my truck back, you're not getting your teddy bear back.
Over 10,000 teams worldwide trust IP Royal to access millions of premium
I mean, that's supposed to be like basic knowledge anyways. I don't want to say basic knowledge, but I think one of the things that helped me to be able to be financially wise was because I went into trading. So going into trading, as you learn about the stock market, you learn about should I say statistics in a sense, you learn about um debt, you learn about everything that involves finances in a sense, not like to the full extent, but to a reasonable general overview of how things should work. And I think that's what everybody should go into, kind of like a bit, go into like trading. Yeah, even if it's not, even if it's not to be able to trade, but the general sense of understanding finances. And basically, that's what she did at the end of the video. So yeah, that's that for the video, boys and girls. Peace and love.